Hello, agentpreneurs, and welcome to today's episode of the Daily List Report. Welcome back. As always, I'm your host, Randy Shiozaki, one of the founders of List Reports, and obviously doing this show every day for all of you. I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, please consider subscribing. Make sure you click the little bell so that you're notified of all future episodes. Today's a little bit of a different show. We're going to do something cool. We've recently rolled out in select markets, kind of in beta, limited release, this amazing product called Robin. And I'm going to do a series of shows with Eva Morrison, who is our product marketing manager. We're going to talk about some of the why behind it. We talk a lot about the why on this show, right? Why did we do this? Why did we do that? What is the opportunity? And provide you, of course, opportunities to learn more. While we're here, I want to say something else, which is this month we're doing our thanks giveaways. We're going to give away 3 instant videos for your next listing. It's a cool new product that we have that makes these awesome videos for your listing. We're going to give away 3 of them for free. There's a link below in the description, so click that link. You can actually enter every single day, so you can come back, you click on it, you can enter again. The more entries, obviously, the higher chance that you're going to win. So good luck with that. We've got prizes every week for the next few weeks and some pretty cool ones coming up. But let's get started on this one. So, all right. So without further ado, I'm going to bring Eva on. Eva's been with us before. She gave the ins and outs of email marketing, a recent episode, which has done really well. And I know a lot of you have loved that. And also, we did some new product reveals together. So this is her 3rd time on the show. It certainly won't be her last. Welcome, Eva, back to the Daily List Report.
Hey there. Thank you for having me back.
Well, it's great to have you. I'm excited to talk today, really. So here's what we're going to do, right? We are going to talk about Robin, and specifically, we're going to talk about one of the features. So for all of you watching right now, I've got up on the screen a page that we put up. Link is below, so you don't have to look at the URL. Just click on the link below. And this is going to expand on a lot of what we're talking about today. So you can get information here, you can watch the longer videos, you can get in touch with us if you're curious to learn more. So make sure you click that link and you check that out. So why don't we start here, actually. I'm gonna pull up a quick little slide, Eva. And we had this event last week, right, where we announced Robin. This was a whole thing, right? It was this awesome event, and I'm sure a lot of you watching were at that event. For those of you who weren't, Eva, why don't you take just a quick moment and talk a little bit about what Robin is, what are we doing?
Yeah, so the event was really a great intro to exactly what Robin is. Robin is exciting things. It's something new in the market that we think just isn't out there. And it really gives a lot of power to real estate agents through a couple of different ways. Not only does it help you with nurturing your leads, taking cold leads and actually warming them up through a lot of different processes, but it also helps your buyers once they're actually in the midst of their decision to keep them engaged throughout the entire journey. We've given them a suite of tools only available through you, the agent, where they and kind of go through this decision with a set of tools meant to give them certainty, meant to help them make this decision and feel really confident in it, which we think is maybe something that's missing in the market a little bit. Just the idea that we want to empower both you and your buyers to work together seamlessly throughout this really big decision, this huge life decision that they're making, and give your buyers the certainty to feel really good about the home that they end up wanting to make an offer on and calling their forever home, hopefully. And that's what Robin does. We've put a lot of thought into what sort of these features are that will help buyers feel confident, how we can enable them, through you to feel really certain about this decision. And the compare tool is a great example of that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Eva, I'm going to pull up on the screen for a second a couple slides, right? So the first one you touched on, which is uncertainty, right? So again, always the why. Why are we doing this? Because the home buying process is just filled with uncertainty. So if you put yourself in the shoes of your buyers, and you all know this very well because you've dealt with tons of buyers, there's a lot of fear and uncertainty. Is this the right house? Can I say yes to this house? What is the process? What comes next? How do my co-buyer and I, if I have a co-buyer, how do we stay aligned and on the same page? How do I stay organized? What if I say yes to this house and then tomorrow a quote unquote better house comes on the market? And so we created Robin to really help increase certainty throughout this process. And as Eva mentioned, it does a lot of things, right? Home search and education and ideation and collaboration and comparison and organization, right? There's all of these things that it does. And what we're going to do today is we're going to really focus on the collaboration piece of this, right? Because that is, and we're going to do these shows sort of feature by feature. We're going to talk about that. So, Eva, let's sort of start there, right? Let's start with collaboration and let's talk about kind of the why behind this. And before we do that, let me pull up on screen real quick something so that everyone can see, kind of get a visual of what we're talking about, right? So let me pull this up right here. Here we go. So for all of you watching right now, this is what we mean by comparison. So this is actually your Robin board. And again, you can watch the videos. We'll go through it later. We're going to deep dive on the compare feature, which this might look somewhat familiar, right? Any of you who've bought a car or you've bought a major appliance or whatever, and you've used tools that help you compare them, for whatever reason, this doesn't exist with homes. But what you're looking at right now is a side-by-side comparison of homes that matter to you. And so, Eva, why don't you just jump in for a second here and talk a little bit about what the compare feature is?
Yeah. And, I was shocked. I'm a little bit new to the real estate space myself, coming more from the education world. And I'm very familiar with the idea of, for instance, when you're choosing a college, the idea that you want to compare, 4 entities side by side when you're about to make a huge investment, an investment that will, serve you for many years. That's something very normal there. And so I was surprised when I moved to real estate that there wasn't a lot of tools out there. You would think that a lot of the big players in the space would have kind of gone this direction. And I was shocked, honestly, that they hadn't.
It's really crazy, right? Like you said, sorry, it's really crazy because it's such a basic concept, which is I'm making this massive decision. I can do it for $1,000 refrigerator, and yet I can't do it for a multi-$100,000 home. It's crazy.
Exactly. Even retail stores are offering for something as simple as a pair of shoes, which maybe $15, $30. They're offering the ability for consumers to put, 4 things side by side and compare all of the features and feel really good about their decision. We live now in a world in which people really evaluate decisions. They take time to research. They really want to make the best decision for themselves. We have so much information at our fingertips. It's now second nature to say, you know what, I could just go with this recommendation, but I think I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do some research.
Exactly.
And for me,
absolutely. Yep. 100%. That's correct.
It's that visual component.
Sorry, I'm not going to edit this out. We just had a great work from home moment. One of my kids just bopped their head in for a second. So we're going to keep that. Go ahead, Eva.
We are adjusting to this new world and we're making it work.
Exactly. Absolutely. No, so I think that's great, right? So let me pull it up again on the screen. Let's talk a little bit about this, right? So, what we're doing with the compare feature is exactly what Eva's talking about, is we're saying, okay, within the Robin environment, you have the ability uniquely to be able to organize your homes, right? You've got all of your searches and areas that you're looking for. You've got homes that you're considering. We call them maybes. It's like, okay, maybe I'm interested in this. I need more information. You've got your favorites. These are homes that you're like, okay, like this one looks pretty solid. I'm pretty interested in that one. Maybe I now want to go and see it. And so the ability to go into the compare feature and say, all right, let me look at in this example, my maybes, right? And let me compare those maybes side by side. And now I can see the trade-off between price. This one it's a little bit more expensive, but it's in a better location. This one here in the middle, if you look at, is actually quite a bit cheaper, and I get an extra bedroom, and I get a bigger lot, right? And I get a bigger house, right? And this is a single family residence. This is a condominium, right? So you can see those trade-offs and you can see what does and doesn't make sense for you. And the idea here is to really help you hone down and gain confidence in a decision, right? So consumer, it's hard to remember all of the trade-offs that come between each of the houses that they're looking at. So we tried to make it very simple to say, okay, apples to apples, or in some cases, apples to oranges, look at them side by side to make that decision. And the goal there, again, right, Eva, is to increase certainty. It's all about increasing certainty and empowering the buyer.
And one thing that's unique about Robin is this is really meant to be the central place for the buyer where they can aggregate and evaluate all of this information that they're using to make this decision. And so they're bringing in homes, maybe they've just seen while they're out and about. They're bringing in homes maybe they've even found on other websites or other search places. They're bringing all of that data here into Robin, their sort of central hub. And now we're giving them an additional subset of tools here with something like the compare tool to drill down and really find, okay, what am I looking for? We've pulled out all of the important information about this home, everything from the bed and the bath and how many days on market, and all of the internal features, interior features. All of that is right in front of them, and they can actually filter through all of the different homes that they've added to this board. So all the homes that they're considering, they can pull right into this compare tool super easily. We've added all of those additional filters so they can filter by that if they want to just look at the homes that they're sort of more loosely considering, or they want to really look at the homes, okay, I'm down to these two, I want to make an offer, which one is really the best one that I should run with.
Absolutely.
We really tried to give them the ability to do that and made it super user-friendly.
Yes.
That's something too that really, I'm proud of Robin for. We've made this intuitive, we've made it simple for any buyer with any sort of technical expertise, whether they're young or old or anywhere in between, to come in here and use this tool and have it feel very natural, like something that they've already used out there in other decisions, and now we've just brought it into the real estate space.
100% correct, Eva. Very, very well said. And again, this is a series of shows that we're going to do on these features. Again, Robin does a lot of things. Robin isn't just about compare. It's about home search and education and ideation. There's some really cool stuff around that. Collaboration, right, which is such a big missing piece of the tools out today. Comparison, which we just covered, and organization as well. And again, if you want to learn more about Robin, link below to the description. There's a page with video. There's a way to reach out to us and get in touch and have a conversation. So definitely click that, check that out. It's not available in every market yet, but if you're interested, we want to talk to you, and we'll let you know when it is available in your market. Eva, is there anything else you want to cover today?
I think just the last thing is really giving the agent some power here too. The tool is for the buyer in many, senses of the word. The agent, they need to keep these buyers engaged throughout this entire process. And that takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of communication, and you need to be there to guide them. And we wanted Robin to kind of be there to fill in the gaps. You're a little bit busy, but you want to give your buyers the tools to really feel good about this decision and spend time making it. And so this gives you a little bit of time back too, making these tools available to your buyers through Robin. Your face is front and center, your brand is here. And so we're really just handing you the keys and saying, okay, we've kind of built out a lot of these decision-making tools and these really helpful tools here. Now you take them and kind of, enable your buyer to make this decision and get a little bit of time back in your day as well.
It's 100% correct, Eva. And this is an agent-first product, and we talk about time saving. When we address this concept of uncertainty and increasing certainty, what that does ultimately is it saves time, right? All of you out there have had buyers who have a great deal of indecision, like, I don't know, this or that. So what we're trying to do is to give them tools to empower them to say yes to something. And frankly, the sooner they say yes to something, and if we help them find the right home to say yes, it's not just about saying yes, it's about saying yes to the right home. That's ultimately going to save you time, because we can take some of that indecision out of the process. And that's what Robin is. It's an agent-first product, as Eva mentioned. You are front and center through the entire experience. They can only get Robin from you, right? This is all built with you in mind, as we've done here at ListReports for now 6 years, and hundreds of thousands of agents, is serve you first and give you great tools to put into the hands of your buyers and sellers. So, this was great, Eva. I think this is a great start to this new series. We talked about compare. We'll reach into the grab bag. There's lots of cool stuff in Robin. We'll decide what we're going to cover next. But thank you for coming back on the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. This is wonderful. I'm excited to dive even deeper into Robin.
Absolutely. Okay, Eva, we'll talk to you soon.
Have a good one.
All right, well, there you have it. The compare feature, super cool. This thing should just exist everywhere. I don't know why it doesn't. Again, link to this page below. Click on it, check it out. You can learn more about Robin. It's an amazing product. It's got a brilliant future. We're off to the races with it. It's really going to change the way that people buy and sell homes. And for us, it represents, a realization of our vision statement, which is to make buying and selling a home a truly delightful experience, because it isn't today. And we have, as we've always done, continue to serve all of you out there as agents, because we understand how difficult your job is and how many technology companies are out, frankly, to eat your lunch and to disintermediate you from this critical and important process for a home buyer. So That's it for today. Again, don't forget to enter the contest. Click the link below. You can enter every day. 3 instant videos were given away, so make sure you get those. And until tomorrow, be safe, be healthy, be happy. We'll see you soon. Bye.